What's up, Seth Mosley here, and today I'm going to take you through my top 5 must-have DAW plugins. These work with Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton, whatever your DAW is. Here we go. Let's jump in. All right, so the first plugin we're going to talk about is by iZotope, and it is called Neutron. There is a whole lot that Neutron does. There's not a lot that it doesn't do. Let's check it out. I'm going to show you how I'm using it on this acoustic guitar. Let's just hear kind of the raw acoustic without any of the plugins on it. It's kind of a simple acoustic pattern. So, Neutron, basically the thing that I really like about Neutron is that it has, if you don't consider yourself an engineer, which honestly, like after having won Grammy Awards and multiple number ones and dubs and everything, like I still don't consider myself an amazing engineer. I just know how to turn the knobs until something sounds good. So stuff like Neutron is amazing for people who are songwriters who really just need to get great sounding productions. It has what they call a mix assistant. So I'm just going to A/B with this thing on and off. There are a couple plugins before this, but I just want to give you the effect of Neutron, what it's doing. So this is with it on. Here's with it off. Kind of hear it just adds some brightness. It's doing a little bit of EQ, a little bit of compression, a little bit of harmonic saturation. Kind of going for a folky sort of vibe on this acoustic, a little bit One Republic-y. What's really cool about Neutron is it has this awesome mix assistant mode. So I'm going to show you what that does really quick, and I'll just duplicate this, and on this track we will show you what the mix assistant does. And it basically what it does is it analyzes the signal. So you just play it, hit mix assistant, hit track enhance. You can either have it auto detect, or if you know what it is, acoustic guitar. It gives you several styles: warm, balanced, upfront, each with a low, medium, or high intensity. I've just currently got it on balanced with a medium intensity. So you play the audio. It analyzes the audio, as you can see. So you can see it's kind of basically just gives you a starting point. Normally, that's what it is. It's a great starting point. It needs a little bit of tweaking after. This one actually ended up working out pretty good, I think, as it was. Sculptor is the first part. That kind of just is an overall tone shaping tool. You can obviously vary that in intensity. We'll leave it right in the middle. The great thing about this is you can set the mix for each of these parts of the plugin. So it's a really powerful plugin. Sculpt them out. The EQ is really, really great on it. You can see this was just an auto suggestion that it made based off of the program material. You can obviously tweak it from there. And then it's got 2 separate layers of compression, each with its own mix control. So if we want to disable this, you can see that it's a subtle thing it's doing, but it's really helping. And then the exciter really just is kind of adding some harmonic distortion. So as you can see, Neutron is really, really powerful. There's a whole lot that it does. We could probably do an entire video just on Neutron alone. But that is plugin number 1. Plugin number 2 that is my must-have is the Pro Q3. The Pro Q3 is made by FabFilter. It's this plugin right here. And it is, in my opinion, the most powerful EQ out there. And I want to tell you why that is. So I've got 2 instances of it. I've got one on the lead vocal. Here's just a snip of this song. Get back out there. Get back out there. What are you waiting for? It's kind of a nice big alternative rocker. I've got an instance of Pro Q3 over here on the lead vocal, and you can load them up on multiple instances and then analyze them against each other. So they tell you where frequency buildups are happening visually. which is really nice, especially if you're in a room that's not treated really well, or you're working in your bedroom, or you're working on your headphones, and low end sometimes can be deceiving. So let's just check out how this works. We'll just solo up our lead vocal. And then we can hit analyze, and we will analyze it against MV1. And then that will show both of them to us simultaneously. And you can see these hot zones where it's red. That means you're getting that frequency buildup. So I've already kind of scooped some of it out down here. But you can hear if I turn it up there, it kind of competes with the vocal a little bit. And if you dip it, obviously it's going to compete a little less. You can also do it the other way around too, where if you want to compare the vocal against the acoustic, you may take the opposite approach, where you want to boost it up a little bit where it's fighting. It's fighting a little bit here up in the higher range. So Pro Q3 is really, really powerful. Just on an EQ level, it's extremely precise. I love the metering that it has. You can obviously adjust the Q, the width of the curve for each frequency. You can kind of have unlimited frequencies too, so you can get really crazy scientific. You can set obviously how you want your filters, if you want low cut, high cut filters, and then it's got a bunch of other amazing features as well too. So Pro Q3, it's on pretty much everything. It's on most channels in our mix. Definitely an EQ that you should check out. It's FabFilter Pro Q3. Third plugin that I want to show you guys, and this is kind of just a go-to reverb plugin. I'll just show you this little vocal stack. So on that, I have the Valhalla Room plugin. This is the Valhalla Room, just an amazing all-around sounding reverb. If I turn it off, it just becomes kind of a boring, lifeless. You can make it super wet, and it still sounds really good and musical. Take the mix all the way off. Still not bad. There's a little bit of verb trail hanging over from this prior plugin, but this is really just helping add some kind of space. We wanted to go for kind of a Lumineers-y sort of janky vibe, and Valhalla Room gives us exactly what we needed on the reverb. And it's great on vocals, as you can hear. It's great on drums, snare drum. We use it a lot on that. It's really great on electric guitar. It's pretty great on pretty much everything. Just adds a little bit of space. So that is the Valhalla Room. The next up will be our CLA guitar plugin. And this I use on things that are not even supposed to be used on as well, which is kind of a fun thing. I like using plugins in ways that they weren't designed to be used, because it kind of helps you achieve a little bit of an interesting, untraditional sound. And I love using this CLA guitar plugin on acoustics in particular. Let's check out this acoustic channel. This is technically the, well, here, we'll go to the correct one. There we go. There we go. CLA guitar. So you can hear it's kind of doing some cool, funky modulation, some reverb, some compression, some EQ. If I take it off, see, it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot to the signal. So I like the way that they have created these EQ curves and the way they actually sound on acoustic instruments as much as I do on how the electrics respond to them through. It also does happen to sound amazing on electrics, which was really what they created it for. On this session in particular, I don't think I ended up using it on the electrics, but it is on the acoustic. Most other sessions, I do use it on electric, but highly recommend that plugin. And then the last one that I want to show you is another one from Isotope. It is on pretty much every mix that I do, and that is their mastering plugin, Ozone. It's a part of my 2-bus chain. And again, like the Neutron plugin, it has a master assistant analyzer, which kind of gives you a good starting point for where to go. So with it. doing quite a bit. It's doing some EQ. And this was just the, Master Assistant. The way that I do this usually is I'll go Master Assistant. I usually do the streaming target. It's a little bit lower level, a little less smashed, -14 LUFS. CD reference basically pumps it up as loud as you can physically make it. But I like the way that the streaming one sounds. You push next, play it. It'll do its analysis. So it takes it a minute to analyze, but once it does, then it will show you what settings it recommends. And from there, you can decide what you want to do with it. So accept. So this time, the reason why it changed is because I must have analyzed it before I had added a lot of other things and done some pre-mixing. So how I have it appears that it likes whatever I did. So because it's not doing a lot on the EQ, the dynamics. This is multi-band compression. It's doing a little bit of compression on the high end, a little bit on the low end, not too much. Dynamic EQ basically helps you avoid the sort of pumping sounding and mastering in it. So it's dipping, doing dips around, looks like around 300, around 1K, around 5K, and then a little bit on the top end too. So pretty subtle. And then the maximizer is just where you get a little extra volume. So Ozone is a really, really powerful part of my whole mastering chain. Absolutely love it. Have it on every single tube. So those are 5 plugins that could get you a really, really long way. They each do a ton of things. Highly recommend you check them out for your DAW. Hey, what's up? Hope you loved the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our page for more awesome music industry content. If you are interested in getting a publishing deal, a record deal, or having a career in the music business, I've got a free video class for you right here. Click that link down there to get access to it. And if you want to check out another one of my vlogs, click up here.